Thank you to our sponsor, MBA Growth Partners.
Hello and welcome to Studio 501c3. I'm your host, Kim Jones, CEO of the Nonprofit Village. Our show features nonprofit organizations designated as 501c3 by the IRS because they provide a public benefit. In many cases, your donations to them are tax deductible. Nonprofit Village and Montgomery Community Media are partners on Studio 501c3, and it's a proud collaboration that features the county's excellent nonprofit programs and services. My guest today is Siobhan Howard Davenport, President and CEO of Crittenton Services of Greater Washington. Crittenton Services empowers teen girls to overcome obstacles, make positive choices, and achieve their goals. Welcome, Siobhan. Thanks for being here.
Oh, thank you for having me, Kim. It's a pleasure to be here.
Great. So let's get started. So we know that empowerment really makes a difference, particularly for women and girls, and it helps them achieve great things. Tell us more about the girls you work with, how Crittenton programs help them to learn about their values, their gifts, and build their skills.
Absolutely. Well, the teen girls that we work with are from grades 6 through 12th, and we specifically choose girls that are in challenging communities and challenging schools. And what we mean by that is we actually partner with schools and meet with our girls weekly, usually in schools, but now virtually. And we look at schools that have a lower graduation rate, a higher attrition rate, etc. So, and girls who are receiving free and reduced lunches. Our programs are strictly voluntary. So we invite girls to be a part of what we describe as a sacred sister circle. They are led by professional program leaders who are very well trained and in social emotional learning, trauma-informed care, and positive youth development. We believe that the girls are experts in their own lives, so we help them find their voice, and we give them platforms in which to use it. Our programs are informed by our young ladies as well. So we have 8 years of evaluation data, and when girls share with us their concerns, for example, cyberbullying, which wasn't a thing when our program started 132 years ago.
Right.
So we try to address the issues that the girls are facing in real time and provide factual information for them and their families.
Okay. And you mentioned that that's an all volunteer program. How do you connect? Are you going through actual schools and getting the information out to girls? Are you going through other community-based organizations? What's that network like?
Oh, certainly. So the network that we use to find our teen girls is really our strong partnership with our schools. And we partner with their wellness centers, with their school counselors, school leadership. And then we're actually allowed to directly advertise to the girls themselves. But our best resource are the current girls in our programs. They're the ones who go out and advocate for us to their friends and say, hey, you got to be a part of this group. This is really special. And you build the skills that you need to be a better student, a better daughter, better friend, better sibling, and eventually a better professional.
Right. Well, word of mouth makes a big difference too. So you talked a little bit about the 8 years of data. So you have a long history. Let me just go back for a second. There's a long history there behind Crittenton, and the program itself has changed over that 100+ years to what it is today. And you've really pushed it forward since you've taken the leadership as well. What are some of those results of that data or the impact that you see from that data?
Absolutely. So as I mentioned, the girls that we serve do come from challenging communities. And so what we are seeing is that we have a 97% graduation rate. And we have a 99% advancement rate for year over year for grades. We see improvement in their report cards. Their teachers and our school leadership will report to us, as well as we see on our survey data, that the girls are certainly have better behavior in school. They're taking school a lot more seriously. They're forming smart goals and understanding that connection between doing well today in middle and high school, which can lead to definitely attending higher education. And I'm proud to say that 89% of our young ladies do attend some form of college, whether it's a 2 or 4 year institution, or they enter a workforce development program. And so our young ladies really become leaders in their own rights. We have an advocacy group here in the county who actually chose mental wellness as their topic. They've met with county leadership. They have actually attended some of our events to talk to some of our supporters and donors and funders about what it means for adults to support and partner teens in receiving the best mental health care that they can possibly receive. So I'm extremely proud of the young ladies that we have and the data that states that having that one caring adult or one of the caring adults in their lives can really change the trajectory of that child's or our teen girls' lives.
And I know that does make a difference, and even for adults. And you and I, because we know each other, we know that sister circles can work. So, having that support, someone else who's in a similar situation and familiar, is very important. So I'm sure the girls get a lot out of it, and they're building their own network as well. They're building their own network while they're doing that. So we want to come back and talk about that a little bit more. I do have to take a quick break. And when we come back, we're going to talk more about some of the obstacles faced by the girls that you're serving and how they're achieving their goals. You've mentioned, some great things. So we'll be right back. You're watching Studio 501c3 on Montgomery Community Media. Please stay with us.
What do you think you're doing, Kevin?
Was just gonna drive home.
There are several warning signs present that you shouldn't be driving.
Like hearing voices?
Like your text-to-emoji ratio?
Oh man, the selfies.
Selfie, nailed it.
We all have warning signs that let us know that we're probably not okay to drive. Mine is pretending to be your subconscious.
Craig, come on man, let's split a ride home.
I don't remember how it started.
Go to that.
Our back and forth. It always came back. Dad! You probably don't remember what you told me,
That was perfect.
but I heard every word.
You're there for them. We're here for you. Find free care guides at aarp.org/caregiving.
Welcome back to Studio 501c3. I'm Kim Jones, and with me is President and CEO of Crittenton Services, Siobhan Davenport. So let's get back to what we were talking about before, that whole the connection and the leadership, and talk about maybe some specific programs. I know you have a program called Sneakers. You have a program called Pearls. Tell us a little bit about how that curriculum is designed and what it's intended to do, so that those girls actually get into those leadership roles and achieve those goals that they're setting.
Oh, absolutely. So we do have 3 programs here at Crittenton Services, and it starts with our youngest. So our middle school girls in 6th and 7th grade have a program called Goal Setting Girls. And it really is to help them realize that 1, they can set goals, and 2, how to measure those goals and hold each other accountable to them. And so we spend a lot of time with our youngest girls really teaching them about the importance of disciplining themselves. Some of the girls that are in our program have even stated to us, hey, I used to get into fights all the time, but since I've been a part of the program, I've learned how to handle conflict better, and I've learned to be a good friend. So we start those building blocks with our youngest, and then they move on to, as you mentioned, sneakers, which is our 8th through 12th grade young ladies. And so,
can I interrupt you for just a second? So the program would then last about how long? How do you, what kind of length of time would one of the girls be in, for example, the first program, the 6th, 7th grade program?
Absolutely. So we are actually in schools and middle schools that feed into the high schools where we do have our program. So we can have a young lady for 7 years, 6th through 12th grade.
Okay.
And it is incredible to see that growth in our young ladies as well.
Okay. So that is incredible that you have got them for so long. So there's no stop, and you can stop, start, and you can go through all of the different pieces of the curriculum.
Absolutely. And it is a building block, and it's age appropriate. So we teach our young ladies about those social emotional skills, which have been proven to make them much more successful students as well as professionals. And so we share with them all kinds of skill sets, leadership. We give them leadership opportunities. We introduce STEM programs to them as well. We're trying to build well-rounded young ladies who understand the options that they have, and we give them the support and the encouragement to certainly achieve those goals. So then and
you've already got a strong network of partners that you're working with, like you said, not only schools but other organizations. Are you also looking for more partnerships in order to round out more activities or opportunities for the girls?
Certainly, we are always looking at partnerships to better serve our young ladies. And so Gandhi Brigade has been a wonderful partner with us in helping our Montgomery County advocates really find their voice. They're taping PSAs. They're feel confident speaking to our council members and other adults in the community that really want to learn more about the topic that they've chosen. We certainly welcome partnerships in helping our young ladies develop those leadership skills.
Okay. We don't have a lot of time left, but I do want to ask you about volunteers, people that are going to your website, which we'll put up and mention in just a minute. Are there volunteer opportunities? We've got about 30 seconds.
Yes, there are volunteer opportunities. We have a wonderful program called the Leadership Summit, and we're always looking for volunteers who would come and speak to the girls on the topics that they've chosen, and just to even share with the young ladies their professional achievements and how they can achieve their goals as well. It's always best to expose them to professionals that can really help steer them in the right direction.
Okay, well, that's all the time we have for today, but this is great information for our viewers. Siobhan, I want to thank you. Today we had Siobhan Howard Davenport, President and CEO of Crittenton Services of Greater Washington. So thanks again for joining us.
Oh, thank you again for having me. It's been a pleasure.
And to find out more about the programs and services, visit their website, crittentonservices.org. Studio 501c3 is your window on nonprofits in Montgomery County. I'm Kim Jones. Join us next time on Montgomery Community Media for more of Studio 501c3.